Bonjour et bienvenue à Coffee Break French. Welcome back to Coffee Break French. In this lesson, we're going to be learning the numbers from 11 to 1000. We'll also be learning the months of the year, the days of the week, and the seasons as well. There's lots to learn in this lesson, and I hope you find it useful. So with all the numbers to learn, we've got quite a bit to get through today. Let's get straight on with it. We've already counted up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's now time to look at 11 onwards. 11 is 11.
11.
12, 12.
12.
13, 13.
13.
14, 14.
14.
15, 15.
15.
Let's do those together. So 11 to 15. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, now just watch with 12. Make sure you've got a nice ooh sound. 12.
12.
Okay, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16 is 16.
16.
16.
16.
And then the pattern changes slightly for 17. 17 is 17.
17.
Now that sounds a little like 10, 7. 17.
17.
Okay, if 10, 7 is 17 and 10, 8 is 18, can you work out what 18 would be?
18.
18. Okay, 18.
18.
And 19? Any guesses?
19.
19. Très bien. And then the word for 20 is 20.
20.
Now, that sounds very like wine, but it's spelled slightly differently. The word for wine in French is le vin. It's spelled V-I-N. And the number 20 is spelled V-I-N-G-T. But the G and the T are silent, as is the N, really. Yeah. French spelling is kind of weird at times, but nevertheless, 20 is 20.
20.
Let's go from 11 to 20. 11, 12, 13.
11, 12, 13.
14, 15, 16.
14, 15, 16.
17, 18, 19, 20.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay. Now, moving on from 20, you say 20 and 1. 21.
21.
21.
21.
So you can hear the T of 20 in there. 21.
21.
20 and 1. But when you come to 22, you just say 22. You don't say 20 and 2 like you do in some languages. 22.
22.
22.
22.
And 23, 23.
23.
24.
24.
24. 25.
25.
25. 26.
26.
26. 27 is 27.
27.
28 is 28.
28.
29, 29.
29.
And 30 is 30.
30.
So 20, 20.
20.
30, 30.
30.
Now the patterns from here onwards are really regular until we get till about 69. So if 21 was 20 and 1, 21, what would 31 be?
31.
31, okay? So 31, 32, 33, 34, and so on, right the way up to 40. And 40 is 40.
40.
41 would be
41.
41. 42.
42.
43.
43.
And so on. Up to 50. 50 is 50.
50.
50.
50.
Okay, so 51,
51.
51, 52,
52.
53,
53.
58.
58.
Okay, tried to trick you there. And 60 is 60.
60.
Okay, so let's count through 61 to 69. 61 is
61.
62,
62.
63,
63.
64,
64.
65,
65.
66,
66.
67,
67.
68,
68.
69,
69.
and this is where it gets a bit more complicated because in most of the French-speaking world, the word for 70 is actually 60-10. So what would 60-10 be?
70.
Yeah, so 70 is 70, 60-10. Any guesses as to what 71 would be in English words?
60-11.
Yeah, so it becomes 71, or indeed in some places 71. Now working this through, we would get 72, which is really 60-12, 72.
72.
And then 73, 60-13, 73.
73.
74,
74.
74, 75,
75.
so that's 75, really 60-15, 76,
76.
76, 77,
77.
which is 77, 78,
78.
78, 79,
79.
that's 79. And then when it comes to 80, things change again. This time, it's not 60-20, but in fact, 4 20s. As we all know, 4 20s are 80. And in French, the word for 80 is 80,
80.
which literally means 4 20s. 80. So, how would you say 81?
81.
Good. This time, you don't say 81. You just say 81. 82.
82.
And so on. 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Now, what happens here for 90?
Is it 90?
It is indeed. It's 4 20s, 10. So 4 20s plus 10 is 90. 90.
That's far too much maths for me.
90. And then it goes on. 91 for 91. 92. 93. 93. 94. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. And then the word for 100 is 100.
100.
Now, Anna's just told me that this is the most boring lesson that we've done so far. And she told me to edit that bit out, but I'm not going to. I know it's boring, but we've just kind of got to do it. I'm afraid that you will need to be able to count when you're in France. So it's important to know this. And I'll try making it a little less boring. When you go on from 100, you just add the numbers together. So 110 is 110. 135, 135, and so on. So, Anna, see if you can work out 183.
183.
Oh, very good. Okay, what about 176?
176.
176, très bien. Now, 200 is 200.
200.
300, 300.
300.
400, 400.
400.
500, 500.
500.
And so on, right up to 1,000, and 1,000 is 1000.
1000.
So, if I say to you that I was born in the year 1972, can you work out when that would be?
So, 1972.
Très bien. I was born in 1972, 1972. So 60-12, 72. Now, Anna is looking thoroughly bored here, so I think we're going to move on from numbers and talk about months. I was born in April, avril.
Avril.
Okay. Anna, when were you born?
Février.
Which is février.
Février.
Très bien. Let's go through all the months from January through to December. January is janvier.
Janvier.
Février.
Février.
Mars.
Mars.
Avril.
Avril.
Mai.
Mai.
Juin.
Juin.
Juillet.
Juillet.
Août.
Août.
Septembre.
Septembre.
Octobre.
Octobre.
Novembre.
Novembre.
Décembre.
Décembre.
Okay. Now, if I were to say then, my birthday is the 20th of April. So if I were to say the 20th of April in French, I would say the 20 April. Le 20 avril. Le 20 avril.
Le 20 avril.
So in fact, I could say je suis né, I was born, je suis né le 20 avril 1972. And I believe I was born on a Thursday, and Thursday is jeudi.
Jeudi.
Okay, now today, the day we're recording this, is vendredi,
Vendredi.
which is Friday. Let's go through the days of the week, starting with Monday. Monday is lundi.
Lundi.
Now, just as Monday is related to the moon, so is lundi related to la lune, the moon in French. Lundi.
Lundi.
Tuesday is mardi.
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 As in Mardi Gras, literally Fat Tuesday. Mardi Gras.
Mardi gras.
Okay, Wednesday is mercredi.
Mercredi.
Thursday, as we've said, jeudi.
Jeudi.
Friday is vendredi.
Vendredi.
Saturday, samedi.
Samedi.
And Sunday, dimanche.
Dimanche.
Okay, so dimanche, Sunday, is the only one that changes the pattern. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche.
Lundi. Mardi. Mercredi. Jeudi. Vendredi. Samedi. Dimanche.
Très bien. Okay, now, there's one final thing that I would like to cover in this lesson, and that is the seasons of the year. We'll just go through them quickly. There only are 4 of them. The first of these we'll call spring. Spring is printemps.
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 Summer, été.
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 Autumn is automne.
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 And winter is hiver.
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 Now, those are the words on their own. We would normally say le printemps, l'été, l'automne, l'hiver, and so on. Now, in this week's bonus podcast, there's plenty more practice of numbers and especially talking about dates. So if you're a premium subscriber, then you can access that on our website. And that's where we're going to leave it today for this edition of Coffee Break French. Thanks for joining us, and we hope it's been useful. You can join the Coffee Break French community on Facebook at facebook.com/coffeebreakfrench, and we're at Learn French on Twitter. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt. This is a production of the Radiolingua Network. Find out more at radiolingua.com.